Frieza surpassed Goku and Vegeta's powers in their divine forms, but to their surprise, Frieza's insane power is far from their biggest problem. For the first time, Goku and his friends will face a much bigger problem than any enemy they have ever encountered before. Lord Xenos, I know you've been avoiding talking about this, but I think there's no escaping it anymore. The time has come to annihilate the greatest cause of chaos among the 12 universes. Let's erase Universe 7. This imminent danger is about to befall Goku and his friends. It's not about an enemy, but about the laws of the universe. Time travel, the creation of the countless Dragon Balls, the presence of mortals with the potential to surpass an angel, and many other things make them an imminent danger, not only to the balance of the universe, but also to the hegemony of Xenos. And so Universe 7's days are numbered, and we will certainly have to make many sacrifices so that not only planet Earth but the entire Universe 7 continues to prosper. Dashinin stands before the two Enos. His cold, precise eyes turn to the little gods. Without further ado, he begins. Universe 7 has become a danger. The Enos blink, intrigue. Dashingen continues. Time travel, Dragon Balls with power beyond comprehension, mortals surpassing gods. All of this threatens the balance we swore to protect. He points to a projection, displaying significant events. Trunks over in the past, Triss in her black form, and Goku in Ultra Instinct facing Duran and dominating the tournament. Even their favorite, Goku, attracts allies and influences that weaken the universal order. The Enos fall silent, but one of them murmurs, "But he's fun." Fun, yes, but dangerous. Dashingen retorts, "We must decide, will we allow this universe to continue?" The tension grows. The Enos exchange hesitant glances. Alright, let's judge them one last time then. The existence of Universe 7 hangs in the balance. Dawson takes a deep breath. His eyes fixed on the Enos show seriousness. He speaks calmly, but without hesitation. There's no more postponing it. Universe S needs to be erased. The normally lively creatures fall silent. One of them murmurs hesitantly, "But Goku is our friend. He always makes us laugh." Quote, Dashinin gestures, and a sequence of images appears in the air. Moments of chaos, destruction, and challenges to the laws of the universe are projected before them. "I understand, Your Excellencies, but look at this. Time travel, a very serious crime that only they have committed." Quote, he points to Trunks and his interference in the timeline. Salama Mesekadin from Universe 7 created the Super Dragon Balls that threaten even your authority, and now mortals like Goku and Frieza can surpass the angels. Quote, the Enos continue observing the images, a little more serious. Desenkan, take advantage. You've already paid for entire universes for much less. The universe is a real danger. Quote, one of the Enos stares at the other hesitantly, but they did good things too, right? Yes, Dynan admits, but the risk is much greater. We can no longer allow this chaos to continue. Quote, silence. The two exchange glances again until one of them breaks the silence. Then let's have a trial. The other smiles. Yes, we'll give them one last chance. Quote, Dash and C becomes serious, but accepts the decision with a slight nod of his head, as you wish. But let it be clear, if they fail, Universe 7 will be erased. Quote, the trial is set. Goku and the others have only one chance to save their universe. Xeno's hall is silent. An intense light cuts through the air and suddenly Bills, Whis, Goku, and Frieza appear side by side. Goku looks around, confused, but alert. Whiz, what's happening? Before anyone can answer, Dynan appears in front. He raises his hand and the entire hall seems to tremble. His voice is calm, but relentless. Universe 7, you have been summoned to answer for the crimes that brought your universe to the brink of destruction. Frieza lets out a short laugh. Crimes? I thought it was something serious. Quote, Dashin ignores him. He fixes his gaze on the four. Time travel, the creation of beings capable of threatening even deities. Mortals surpassing angels. All of this has broken universal laws. Vil advances, frowning. And what does that have to do with us? Dashinkan doesn't blink. Universe S is a risk. We've already paid for universes 13 through 18 for much less. If it were up to me, you wouldn't be here now. The weight of the words is clear. Even the normally serene seems more serious than usual. Dashing continues. However, by Xeno's decision, you will have one last chance. You have 72 hours to prove that this universe deserves to continue existing. Goku clenches his fists, feeling the gravity of the situation. Frieza, on the other hand, smiles slightly. And if we fail, you will be completely erased. Silence dominates the hall for a moment. Bus grits his teeth, but touches his shoulder, indicating for him to calm down. Goku takes a step forward, looking at Danger, but we'll figure this out. You can bet on it. Dynan crosses his hands behind his back, his voice cold. I hope you're ready because time is running out. Universe 7 has 72 hours. The battle for survival has begun. Quote, Dashing approaches the representatives of Universe 7. He raises his hand and projects a gigantic image into the air. Let's talk about Salama. The figure of the Super Dragon Balls appears spinning in space, emanating divine energy that seems to fill the hall. He created the Super Dragon Balls, artifacts that are a direct threat to the balance of the universes. His absolute power is capable of rewriting anything. Quote, Desingen pauses and looks directly at Goku and Frieza, and worse, Salama can't even be erased by Xeno. If another similar being appears in Universe 7, it will be the end of control over the universes. Quote, Goku, scratching his head, tries to argue, but nobody used them to do evil, right? It doesn't matter. Goku. Shinken cuts him off sharply. The danger lies in the fact that they exist. With a gesture, the projection changes to Zuno, showing himself to be omniscient on his throne. Zuno, a being who knows absolutely everything, was born in Universe 7. His knowledge in the wrong hands could cause absolute chaos. Frieza observes with a provocative smile. It seems I'm a small problem compared to that. Seaman smiles slightly and projects a new image. Frieza, in his black form. Don't underestimate his importance, Frieza. His boundless ambition is one of the biggest problems in the universe. His strength has already surpassed the gods of destruction and now threatens angels. Quote, Frieza merely shrugs, maintaining his smirk. Then perhaps you should be worried about me. Dainsao ignores him. His next projection is Goku. Images show Sardin facing Direm, Moro, and Broly, but also the moment he extends his hand to Vegeta, Piccolo, and even Frieza. And lastly, we have you, Goku. Goku stares seriously. Your strength grows with control, but that's not all. Your charisma and ability to turn enemies into allies are unique. This compromises the natural order. You even made Xena hesitate to erase Universe 7. Quote, Bus, who had remained quiet, finally speaks angrily. How can this be a problem? Goku has saved the universe multiple times. Dainin turns to be. His expression is harsh. That's precisely why you're here. You've broken all the laws of the universe. He lowers his hand, ending the images. Universe S is an anomaly, and that's exactly why it cannot continue to exist. The accusations weigh heavily with an almost definitive verdict. The representatives of Universe 7 feel the impact. Time is running out, and the chances of saving the universe diminish with each passing moment. Dainin stares firmly at Bills. His voice is direct, cutting through the silence like a blade. You failed, Bills. Bills raises an eyebrow in anger. What are you talking about? Dainin steps forward. As the god of destruction, your function is to balance Universe 7. But what did you do? You allowed a mortal like Frieza to devastate planets for decades. You accepted that mortals surpassed limits that should be unattainable. Pill clenches his fists. I destroyed what was necessary. Don't try to blame me for problems that spiraled out of control. Dainin doesn't back down. Rightly so. You lost control. Your negligence allowed the chaos that threatens all universes. Without giving time for a response, he turns to him. And you, Wiz, remain serene, but your eyes show attention. Anin should be impartial, an observer, but you interfered, trained mortals, saved lives that should have ended, and influenced events that were not within your purview. Goku steps forward, but he only helped because it was the right thing to do. Shinken ignores him, fixing his gaze on Whis. Your proximity to mortals compromised your neutrality. This is unacceptable. Whis only smiles slightly. I did what I deemed necessary. Shinken turns his back and takes a step back. He observes the two of them. Bill's negligence and Whis' compromised impartiality directly contributed to the crimes of Universe 7. If they had fulfilled their roles, this would never have happened. Bus grinds his teeth, furious, but doesn't answer. Whis remains calm, accepting the accusations. The reprimand makes it clear that even the gods of Universe 7 are under judgment. Goku realizes that everyone is being pressured and the weight of responsibility increases even more. Goku takes a deep breath, looking at the ground. For the first time, he feels the real weight of the situation. But as always, he doesn't seek optimism. It's hard to hear that. He raises his serious gaze, but with a small smile. But I believe that what we did wasn't just a mistake. He reflects aloud, crossing his arms. I made friends with those who were enemies. Vegeta, Piccolo, and even Frieza. Maybe that seems wrong, but for me, it's proof that things can get better. Quote, he stares from Shinken. I know I sometimes complicate things, but I'll find a way to fix it. Frieza gives a low laugh. He crosses his arms and remains in the background. You've always been too optimistic, Goku. Quote, the Emperor, even confident, knows he's in danger. He avoids saying more, making it clear that he understands the risks his own actions represent. Bus, irritated, decides to intervene. He shakes his head, huffing. Okay, I admit I messed up. Maybe I let too much slip by. Quote, he raises his voice, pointing at Shinken. But if it weren't for this universe, how many times would the world's balance have been disrupted? Goku defeated Majin Buu, and from Ren's Moro to Zamasu, so don't tell me we didn't do anything to balance things out. Quote, the normally calm is lowers his eyes. For the first time, he seems shaken. Maybe I got a little more involved than I should have. He looks at Goku as if it were a farewell moment. But with you fighting, Goku, I had hoped that things could be different. Silence falls for a moment. The tension is palpable, but the determination on the faces of the representatives of Universe 7 is evident. Their unity is clear, but time is running out. Now they need a solution, and fast. Goku takes a step forward, being resolute. Give me time. I'll figure this out without having to erase Universe 7. Dashinin, with her hands crossed behind her back, stares at him without any emotion. Do you really believe you can reverse the situation in such a short time? I will try, and I will not fail. Quote, Goku replies firmly, clenching his fists. Silence falls for a moment. Then Dashinkan makes a gesture with his hand, ending the meeting. Very well, you have 72 hours. That's the time I'm giving you to prove that this universe is not a threat. Quote, he looks at all the representatives of Universe 7. His voice is direct and heavy. Consider this your last chance. For me, seeing it right is already clear. Guilty. Quote, Boss grits his teeth but remains silent. Whis observes Dashinkan, but there's something different in his posture. As if he's deeply troubled, one of the Xenos speaks hesitantly. Goku has always done something incredible, hasn't he? Maybe he can do it again. Quote, the other Xeno stares at him, shaking his head. Quote, maybe, but what if he can? We'll have to erase everything. Quote, even with the words, it's possible to notice a certain discomfort in the two. They still care for Goku, but the gravity of the situation weighs on them. Dashinkan turns around for the last time. Remember, Goku, the fate of Universe 7 is in your hands. Time is running out. Goku knows he needs to act fast, and any mistake could cost him everything. The representatives of Universe 7 leave the castle saying, Goku in the lead has a determined look, while Bill walks close behind, visibly irritated. Frieza, as always, maintains his sarcastic smile, and Iso remains silent. That was worse than I expected. Bill breaks the silence, his voice heavy. Not even Zeno seems to be on our side this time. Luis remains calm, but his expression is serious. That's true. If it depended only on Zeno, maybe we'd have a chance. But Shinkan made it clear that he's in control now. Quote, Frieza lets out a low laugh. How interesting. It seems that none of Goku's famous charisma will be enough this time. Quote, Goku stops walking and turns to the group. Keeping complaining won't help. We need to act fast. Quote, and what do you suggest, Goku? Boss asks, crossing his arms. Solve this as another tournament? Goku ignores the provocative tone. He looks at Whis. What can we do? The stock staff creates a small blow around it. Someone who can help us? Zuno, the being who knows everything. Me, his eyes narrow. Zuno, he doesn't usually give information for free. It doesn't matter. Goku speaks firmly. If he knows something that can save Universe 7, we have to try. Whis raises the staff and a portal begins to form in the air. Zuno is also at risk. If Universe 7 is erased, he will be destroyed along with it. I think he will be more inclined to cooperate. Goku looks at the portal and then at the others. Let's solve this before it's too late. Without further hesitation, they cross a portal, beginning their search for Zuno and the answers that can save Universe 7. The group is on the move and time is against them. The next step will be crucial to finding a solution and preventing the destruction of the universe. Zuno's hall is vast and imposing, with a golden glow of constant energy that seems to fill the environment. Zuno sits on his throne. I saw Goku, Bills, Frieza, and we approach. You arrived early, as I expected, Zuno said, his voice calm but emotionless. Do you already know why we're here? Goku asked directly, without beating around the bush. Zuno slowly confirmed, Universe 7 is about to be erased. The Grand Priest believes you represent an irreparable danger. Quote, Bus crossed his arms impatiently, then cut the introduction and tell us, is there a way out? Zo tilted his head slightly, projecting a hologram with connected lines and events. There are two paths, but neither is safe. Let's go quickly. Quote, Free interrupted with a cynical smile. Zuno continued, ignoring the Emperor's tone. First option, identify and erase the root of the problem. Goku stared, confused. Root of the problem? A specific event or being that triggered the problems in Universe 7, eliminating it. It's possible to correct the course of events, Zuno explained with his usual serenity. It seems simple, Frieza smiled, but Uno cut him off. It's not. Finding the exact root is almost impossible. Even if they succeed, the erased being would disappear completely, without reincarnation, without passage through the world of the dead. Goku clenches his fists. No, that's not a solution. I agree. He intervenes. That approach would be too risky and morally unacceptable. Zuno moves the hologram, revealing another possibility. The second option is to seek Salama, the creator of the Dragon Balls. The name makes Frieza raise an eyebrow. The creator, so he really exists? He does, Zuno replies, and he's one of the few who can confront Dainin directly. But that's dangerous. Challenging the mud would reinforce the fears that Universe 7 is uncontrollable. Quote, Bus huffs irritably. So our choices are impossible or suicide. That's it, Zuno replies simply. Goku stares at the hologram resolutely, then lets go after Salama. Iz looks at Zuno. How can we find him? Zuno projects a map in the air. You need to travel through universes 11, 6, and 12 in sequence. This will form the triangle necessary to activate the key that leads to the underworld where Salama resides, along with Whis and the Saiyan. As for the deities, they cannot participate. Only mortals can tread this path. If a deity gets involved, Shinin will be alerted immediately. Goku takes a deep breath. So, who's coming with me? He looks at Whis, call Vegeta and Piccolo. They will help us. Whis smiles slightly, already raising his staff to open a portal. The plan is set. The mission to find Salama is risky, but it's Universe 7's only hope. Time is against them, and every decision is crucial. As Zuno said, they have to go through Universe 11 first to get the key. The group lands on the planet Vermu, a world of vast deserts interspersed with floating cities. In the center of one of these cities, Vermu awaits them, surrounded by soldiers ready for combat. They've come to the wrong place. Vermu stares at the group with disdain. Do you really think you can challenge the Shinin and ask for help? We're not here to fight, Goku replies, already activating Ultra Instinct. We only need the key to move forward, not to fight. Verm smirks. Then stay put while I hand you over to the Grand Priest. That will solve everything. Verm raises his hand and a massive wave of energy explodes, forcing Goku and the others to scatter. Vegeta activates Ultra Instinct, his purple aura burning like fire. Meanwhile, Frieza assumes his black form, emitting a menacing glow. Verm attacks with energy blast, but Goku dodges with precision, counter-attacking with quick blows. Is that all you've got? Vegeta taunts as he fires a direct attack, breaking Verm's defensive barrier. Frieza takes advantage of the opening, launching a powerful energy beam. Verm is thrown against the floating structures, but quickly recovers, his aura growing in intensity. Do you really think you can beat me? At the height of the battle, the Angel of Universe 11 appears, creating a barrier around the city to contain the destruction. Don't destroy this planet, fight responsibly. Quote, the fight continues until an overwhelming power emerges. Durin appears, landing with an impact that cracks the ground around him. Enough, Jiren says in his criminal voice. Bermute, this is useless. Durin turns to Goku. I knew you would come. The warrior you seek is in Universe 12. With Jiren's intervention, Vermouth is defeated. Reluctantly, he hands over the key, and the group sets off for the next challenge. Ass arrives in Universe 12. Jin is already waiting for them. He is accompanied by Bardock, whose presence shocks everyone, especially Goku. Father, Goku whispers incredulously. Bardock doesn't respond. He charges directly at Frieza, unleashing an energy blast that hits him squarely, throwing him to the ground. Finally found you, you damn Bardock, he shouts, his power increasing with each word. Frieza rises furiously. Who do you think you are? Before the fight continues, Guy intervenes. Stop, I won't let you destroy my planet. Bardock finally confronts Goku. Kakarot, I knew you were still alive. Goku steps forward, trying to understand how you survived. Bardock explains that he was saved by Jin after the destruction of planet Vegeta. He also recounts the visions he had of Goku leading the revolution that would shake the foundations of the universes. I trust you, but perhaps you are the only chance to change things. Jin comes from Bardock's attack and decides to strike. His power is devastating, forcing Goku and Vegeta to fight side by side. Piccolo uses his abilities to heal Frieza, allowing him to return to the fight. I'm tired of these gods, Frieza shouts, launching a direct attack on Jin. The battle is intense, but with Bardock's help, they manage to overcome Jin. After the defeat, Bardock hands the last key to Goku. Don't disappoint me, Kakarot. Now with the 3 keys, the group is ready to access Salama's dimension, but they know the greatest trials are yet to come. A luminous portal opens and Goku, Vegeta, and Free Piccolo cross over into a dimension that defies all logic. Streams of golden energy snake through the void, and geometric structures swirl around them, forming seemingly endless patterns. The sensation is overwhelming. In the center of the chaos, Salama appears. His figure is gigantic, his skin shines like a golden sun, and his eyes, 2 bright stars, exude wisdom and indifference. He stares at the group as if they were ants. So you've arrived. What do you want from me? Quote, Goku steps forward with his characteristic determination. Salama, our universe is about to be erased. We need your help. Quote, Salama narrows his eyes, analyzing Goku for a moment before laughing. A powerful laugh that makes the surrounding space vibrate. Why should I care? The destruction of Universe 7 doesn't affect me. Another universe will take your place. Quote, but Piccolo interrupts, if Universe 7 is erased, the Super Dragon Balls will also cease to exist. That doesn't affect you. Quote, Salama raises an eyebrow, but her expression shows no concern. The Super Dragon Balls are just tools. If they are destroyed, I can recreate them. Do you think you can convince me with that pathetic argument? Quote, the group exchanges tense glances. Salama's indifference is harder to break than to expect it. Even so, Piccolo advances once more. Facing the colossal figure, if you are the supreme creator, you must understand the importance of giving a chance to what is just. Prove that your creation is worth defending. Quote, Salama tilts his head, intrigued by Piccolo's words. Just you, he says. I see something interesting in you. Nisidin, a dormant power is inherited from ancient deities. Show me what you are capable of. Quote, Salama extends his hand, creating an entity of pure divine energy. It shines intensely like a manifestation of brute force designed to test Piccolo's limits. If you want me to listen, prove you deserve it. Defeat this manifestation. Quote, without hesitation, Piccolo charges into battle. The entity is swift, its attacks precise and nearly impossible to dodge. Piccolo feels the pressure, but channels all his concentration. As the fight progresses, Piccolo remembers his fusion with Kami and Nil. He feels their power manifesting within him, as if his divine essence is being fully awakened. His aura glows and he shouts, surpassing his limits. A new form emerges, the Super Namekian Sentei. His body radiates divine energy and his blows are now devastating. With the final attack, he destroys Salama's manifestation. Gasping, but triumphant, Salama watches, satisfied, but still with a superior tone. You passed the side. Now listen, the super spheres can be used to manipulate Dashing's will, but it will come at a price. Quote, silence weighs heavily in the air as he continues. To use them, you will need to face Sina's gods. They are as powerful as the angels. This will be your last chance. Goku clenches his fists, feeling the weight of responsibility. We will do this, no matter how difficult it is. Salama raises his hand again, creating a portal back to Universe 7. Time Dashing won't be distracted for long. Take advantage of it. Upon returning to Universe 7, the group carries vital information and renewed determination. Piccolo, still radiating energy from his new transformation, looks at Goku and Vegeta. The fight against the angel gods will be our final test. We cannot fail. Goku smiles. We will not fail. We will save our universe. With these words, they begin preparations for the most challenging battle of their lives. Goku's group crosses the last dimensional portal, entering the realm where the Super Dragon Balls float. The scenery is dazzling and unsettling, a golden sky with rays of divine energy intertwining in the air, surrounding the gigantic spheres protected by a luminous barrier. In front of the spheres, two gigantic figures await. Xeno's gods exude an overwhelming presence. Their armor shimmers like stars, and their auras oscillate between the divine and the mortal. They were expecting us. Vegeta clenches her fists as she activates her superior ego. No conversation, then taunts Frieza. The gods don't respond. Without warning, both advance, unleashing battle before the group could even position themselves. Bardock is the first to attack. His war cry resounds as he unleashes a sequence of quick, ferocious punches aimed at the god's torso. The impact is deafening, but the god blocks each blow with disconcerting precision. With agile movement, he counterattacks, throwing Bardock against an invisible energy structure. You're tough, I'll give you this, shouts Bardock, rising while wiping the blood from the corner of his mouth. On the opposite side, Piccolo observes the combat, searching for flaws in the enemy's defense. He creates clones and fires energy blasts in a strategic pattern, but the god easily dodges them all, dissolving the clones with a single movement. This is a waste of energy, the god comments before advancing on Piccolo with overwhelming speed. On the other side, Goku, Vegeta, and Pri face the second god. Goku activates Ultra Instinct. He attacks from one side while Vegeta, in his superior ego form, presses from the other. Pri launches energy blasts from afar to keep him surrounded. For a few moments, it seems they are gaining ground, but the god quickly turns the tables. With a spin, he blocks the simultaneous attacks of Goku and Vegeta and fires a shockwave that throws them backward. Before Frieza can react, the god appears behind him and knocks him down with a direct blow to the stomach. They're crushing us, Vegeta writes, irritated by the apparent futility of his attacks. We need more time, Goku murmurs, getting up with difficulty. Piccolo, observing the god's movements, notices something strange. His attacks aren't just based on strength or speed. There's something more, a familiar yet different energy. He focuses, closing his eyes for a moment, sensing the aura around him. Suddenly, he understands. The gods are using divine magic, an energy similar to the one he recently awakened within himself. Divine magic, Piccolo whispers, opening his eyes. He realizes the battle can't be won with brute force alone. Piccolo remembers Salama's words about proving his worth and recognizes this as his opportunity. Bardock, visibly exhausted, looks at Piccolo. Hey, you seem to have an idea. If you do, now's the time. Quote, Piccolo nods, focusing on his inner energy. He realizes the power he inherited from Kami Nil can be used more fully. His aura begins to shift, glowing a greenish-golden hue, signaling an imminent transformation. Piccolo screams as his energy explodes, his physical form changes, his muscles expand, and his eyes glow like two spheres of golden light. He reaches a new level, the Divine Super Namekian. "Now let's see what you're made of," Piccolo says, his voice filled with determination. With his newfound strength, Piccolo creates energy barriers that restrict the god's movements. Bardock, seeing the opening, advances with brutal blows, finally managing to take down the enemy. On the other side, Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza notice the change and adapt their strategy. "We need to work together. No isolated attacks," says Goku. While gathering energy for a Kamehameha Ultra Instinct, Vegeta takes the front line, absorbing the god's attacks with his superior ego, while Frieza fires blasts to keep the enemy off balance. When the god finally becomes vulnerable, Goku unleashes his energy blast, hitting him squarely. The two guards fall, their bodies motionless on the golden ground. Before they can celebrate, an overwhelming pressure fills the air. Dashinkan appears, floating above the group. "Congratulations, you overcame my gods, but it was in vain." Everyone prepares to fight, but Shinkan raises a hand and instantly immobilizes them. "You are stubborn, I admit, but this ends here." Goku, fighting against paralysis, tries to activate Ultra Instinct again, but feels his energy being drained by Dainen's overwhelming presence. "We can't fight him, not like this," Piccolo murmurs, feeling despair seeping into the group. With a last effort, Goku uses instant transmission, taking everyone back to Universe 7 before Dainen can finish his attack. Back in Universe 7, the group collapses to the ground, exhausted and defeated. Bardock gets up first, still trying to understand what happened. "So that's it, we ran away like cowards." Goku shakes his head. "No, this isn't over, we'll find another way." Quote, Piccolo, still in his divine form, observes the sky, sensing that the worst is yet to come. "We need a plan, and fast." Quote, with time running out and the threat of Dainen hanging over them, the fate of Universe 7 seems more uncertain than ever. In the silent space of the Celestial Temple, Whis observes Goku with a rare expression of melancholy. Nashin is already convincing Samar Goku. The fate of Universe 7 will be decided soon. Quote, Goku takes a deep breath, absorbing the weight of the situation. He looks at Whis. "If we're going to do something, now is the time. It's now." Whis simply nods, knowing that Goku has already made his decision. In the Great Hall, Linen calmly converses with the two Inos, trying to convince them of her vision. The atmosphere changes when Goku reappears with a sober expression. "Goku," she exclaims with a smile. Goku, however, doesn't reciprocate the enthusiasm. He stares directly at Shinin. "I know why we're here. All of this is my fault." Quote, Shinin observes silently, intrigued. Goku continues in a firm voice. "My choices caused all of this. Trunks, time travels, the enemies I faced, the people who defied the laws of the universe. I was the catalyst for all of this." Quote, the Enos look at Goku confused, while Dainen smiles almost imperceptibly. "That's why I'm going to resolve this right here and now." Goku takes a deep breath and faces the Enos. "I offer my soul in exchange for Universe 7. The declaration silences the room. Even Dainen seems surprised. "Do you know what you're asking for?" Dainen questions. "It means being erased from existence, not a trace." Quote, "No memory of you. Nothing will remain." Goku doesn't hesitate. It's what needs to be done. Vegeta interrupts in the next room, next to Whis. He glares at Goku furiously. "Kakarot, this is insane. There's no universe without you." Quote, but Goku interrupts. "Vegeta, I've always trusted you to protect our home. Now it's your turn." Quote, he stands beside him, observing with a rare expression of seriousness. "Then the most annoying warrior will disappear." "What a waste," he murmurs, still sounding somewhat human in his tone. Bardock watches silently from afar. His proud eyes gleam with a mixture of pain and respect. Disinhinchin summons the Super Dragon Fists. His voice echoes, making the wish. A golden glow consumes the hall, and Goku disappears. The next day, Universe 7 awakens. People continue their lives without any memory of Goku. To them, he never existed. In a post-credit scene, in the void of space, a mysterious figure emerges. He holds Goku's staff, but his face is obscured by the light. Even extinguished, Goku may not be completely lost.
Imagine this. The fate of Universe 7 is hanging on a thread. And this time, the threat is not simply another villain trying to destroy everything. The danger comes from a judgment made by the rulers of the multiverse. In this alternate story, the Grand Priest, known as Daichinkan, brings Goku, Beerus, Whis, and Frieza before the Xenos so that Universe 7 can be put on trial. The accusations are serious. Universe 7 has repeatedly violated the fundamental laws of the universe. Trunks interfered with the timeline. The Super Dragon Balls were created with enough power to threaten even the gods. Mortals began surpassing angels, and warriors such as Goku and Frieza reached unimaginable levels of strength. In Daishinkan's view, Universe 7 has become an uncontrollable anomaly. Beerus is also blamed for allowing Frieza to destroy planets for decades, while Whis is accused of abandoning his neutrality by training mortals, saving lives, and directly influencing events. Goku tries to defend them. He points out that despite their mistakes, he managed to turn enemies into allies, bringing together Vegeta, Piccolo, and even Frieza. To Goku, those alliances prove that chaos can also create positive change. The Zetos still care about Goku, so they grant Universe 7 one final chance. The universe has only 72 hours to prove that it deserves to continue existing. If the group fails, Universe 7 will be completely erased. With no time to waste, Goku seeks out Zuno, the being who knows everything. Zuno reveals two possible solutions: find and eliminate the root of all the problems, erasing that being from existence, or locate Salama, the creator of the Super Dragon Balls, and ask for his help. Goku rejects the first option because he considers it cruel and morally unacceptable. He chooses the more dangerous path instead. Joined by Vegeta and Piccolo, he sets out to find Salama. To open the gateway to Salama's dimension, the group must travel through universes 11, 6, and 12, forming a dimensional triangle and collecting 3 keys. The gods cannot take part because their presence would alert Daishinkan. The mission must be carried out by mortals. The first stop is Universe 11, on the planet Vermud. Vermud attempts to stop the group from obtaining the first key, leading to a fierce confrontation. Goku uses Ultra Instinct, Vegeta activates Ultra Ego, and Frieza takes his black form. After a brutal battle, the group overcomes the obstacle and continues its journey. In Universe 6, the group faces new dangers and discovers that the mission is being watched. The journey also reveals more about Piccolo's connection to divine energy inherited from Kami and Nail. In Universe 12, the situation becomes even more dangerous. Bardock suddenly appears and attacks Frieza, revealing that he survived the destruction of planet Vegeta because Jinne saved him. He explains that he has seen visions of Goku leading a revolution powerful enough to shake the foundations of every universe. At first, Bardock does not know whether he can trust his son, but when Jinne appears and threatens the group, Bardock chooses to fight beside Goku. With the help of Vegeta, Piccolo, and Frieza, they defeat the enemy. Before they move on, Bardock gives Goku the third key and leaves him with a warning: he must not disappoint him. With all 3 keys in hand, the group finally opens the portal to Salama's dimension. The creator of the Super Dragon Balls appears as a gigantic being surrounded by golden energy. However, Salama has no interest in saving Universe 7. To him, if one universe disappears, another can simply take its place. The Super Dragon Balls are only tools, and he could recreate them whenever he wanted. Piccolo confronts Salama and argues that every creation deserves a chance to prove its worth. Intrigued by the ancient energy inside the Namekian, Salama creates a divine energy manifestation to test him. Piccolo fights at his limit and fully awakens the power inherited from Kami and Nail. He reaches a new form, the divine Super Namekian. With this power, he destroys Salama's manifestation and proves that Universe 7 still deserves a chance. Salama then reveals the final condition. The Super Dragon Balls can influence Daishinkan's will, but to use them, the group must face the Xeno's guards. These warriors possess power comparable to that of angels. Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Frieza, and Bardock return to Universe 7, determined to face the final challenge. In front of the Super Dragon Balls, the 2 guards attack without warning. Bardock is thrown against an invisible barrier. Piccolo can't keep up with the enemy's speed, and Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza are overwhelmed even while fighting together. Piccolo realizes that the guards are not relying only on physical strength. They are using a form of divine magic similar to the energy he recently awakened. Piccolo transforms again and reaches an even higher level of divine Namekian power. Using divine energy barriers, he restricts one guard's movements and creates an opening for Bardock to knock him down. Against the second guard, Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza realize that they cannot fight separately. Vegeta holds the line with Ultra Ego. Frieza keeps the enemy under pressure, and Goku gathers energy for an attack combining the Kamehameha with Ultra Instinct. The blast strikes the guard directly, and both enemies fall. But the victory is short-lived. Daishinkan appears before the group and declares that they have only delayed the inevitable. With a single gesture, he paralyzes the warriors and begins draining their energy. Realizing that they cannot win under those conditions, Goku uses instant transmission to take everyone back to Universe 7. Exhausted and defeated, the group returns without being able to use the Super Dragon Balls. Goku understands that time has run out, so he makes an extreme decision. He goes back to the Xenos Hall and admits that he believes he's responsible for the chain of events. Trunks' time travel, the enemies he faced, and the laws broken because of his choices. Goku then offers his own soul in exchange for the survival of Universe 7. Vegeta tries to stop the sacrifice, saying that there can be no Universe 7 without Goku. Goku, however, entrusts Vegeta with the mission of protecting the home they built together. Even Frieza shows respect, while Bardock watches in silence, torn between pride and grief. Daishinkan accepts the bargain and invokes the power of the Super Dragon Fists. A golden light surrounds Goku, and he disappears completely. The next day, Universe 7 continues to exist, but no one remembers Goku. To everyone else, he never existed. However, the post-credits scene leaves a final mystery. In the emptiness of space, a mysterious figure appears holding Goku's staff. The face remains hidden by the light, suggesting that Goku might not have been destroyed completely, and that his return could still change the fate of every universe. So, what did you think of this alternate story? Do you think Goku made the right choice by sacrificing himself for Universe 7? Or is there a hidden secret behind the mysterious figure holding his staff? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this summary, leave a like, share it with other Dragon Ball fans, and subscribe to the Akira DV channel for more alternate stories, theories, and Dragon Ball content.